Finally, Honda has committed to bringing a true EV to the US market. Unlike past experimental models like the Fit EV and Clarity Electric, which were limited releases primarily on the West Coast, Honda is stepping up with a volume EV this time, aiming for wider appeal and availability. Since Honda's in-house EV plans won't be ready until 2026, they've partnered with General Motors for the 2024 Prologue. This vehicle shares its platform, battery, and other components with Chevy's Blazer EV. Honda sought to imbue the Prologue with its essence, and on the design front, it's a success. The Prologue boasts a sleek, understated front end with a friendly face and unassuming headlights. The distinctive Honda script on the rear end sets it apart from the Blazer, ensuring it feels right at home alongside Honda's other offerings like the Passport and Pilot. Despite its placement between the Passport and Pilot in size, the Prologue manages to maintain its own identity, with a noticeably lower roofline adding to its unique appeal. Honda says it adjusted some of the dashboard's hardpoints to provide a lower cowl and better sightlines than the Blazer has, a welcome change. This isn't inherently a problem, and the materials look and feel appropriate for this price. But we do think that a buyer who has owned 3 CR-Vs and is finally looking to go electric will balk at the unfamiliar layout of frequently used controls. The windshield wipers, for instance, are operated by the stalk to the left of the steering wheel rather than the right stalk typical of Honda's, and the headlights are controlled from a menu within the touchscreen. The 11.3-inch central screen also has a somewhat convoluted arrangement of apps that will take some getting used to. That's not very Honda-like. At least the Prologue has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay functions, unlike the Blazer EV. While there are clues to the Prologue's Chevrolet roots inside, Honda made some changes to infuse the cabin with a design that looks recognizable as one of its own. Its simplified dashboard has none of the flourishes from the Blazer EV, as the Chevy's round vents, brightly colored surfaces, and tilted infotainment display don't make their way into the Honda. The Prologue's wheelbase is 8.0 inches longer than the CR-V's, and the EV model is 5.0 inches wider too, which creates a roomier cabin with additional space for cargo. In the heart of the Prologue's dashboard stands a commanding 11.3-inch infotainment touchscreen, ready to guide your journey with its intuitive interface. Seamlessly integrated with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with a built-in navigation system powered by Google Maps, it ensures you're always connected and on the right path. Adding to the tech-savvy allure, you'll find an impressive 11.0-inch digital gauge display and a convenient wireless smartphone charging pad as standard features. And for those seeking the ultimate driving experience, the top-of-the-line Elite trim offers an exclusive head-up display. But that's not all. Immerse yourself in the crisp, immersive sound of the 12-speaker Bose stereo system, complete with tweeter speakers elegantly positioned in the Prologue's A-pillars. Engineers say they also had a heavy hand in the suspension tuning, with the goal of making the Prologue drive like a Honda. While we'd need back-to-back stints in the Honda and the Chevy to parse the differences in steering feel, ride quality, and refinement, we can report that the Prologue is quiet, planted, and comfortable on the road. Positive traits for sure, but hardly Honda-specific. The Prologue is more responsive than a V6-powered Passport or Pilot, but not by much, and we'd imagine the front-wheel drive single-motor version, with just 212 ponies, will feel sluggish. You can select from multiple levels of regenerative braking capability, including a one-pedal driving mode, and GM's handy steering wheel-mounted regen paddle is on board, offering a bit of extra slowdown on demand. Nestled beneath the floor lies an 85.0 kW battery, a powerhouse from GM's Ultium lineup. It delivers impressive EPA range estimates ranging from 273 to 296 miles, contingent upon the specific configuration and trim level. Not to be outdone, its peak DC fast-charging prowess hits a commendable 150 kilowatts, placing it among the elite in its class. Putting your biggest motor forward versus at the rear axle like most other electric SUVs in this class has a few advantages. The front bias drive may feel more familiar for customers coming from combustion vehicles, which are often based on FWD platforms in this class. Most cars tend to do most of their braking with the front wheels, which means an advantage in regenerative braking for FWD EEVs albeit a small one, boosting urban, suburban, and stop-and-go range and efficiency. Every Prologue uses the same 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack, returning up to 296 miles of range from a full charge for single-motor EX in touring trim levels or 281 miles with dual-motor AWD. The top-spec Elite model, which is available only with AWD, drops to 273 miles thanks to its heavier loadout of standard equipment and unique 21-inch wheels, the largest rollers ever fit to a production Honda. The handling is tidy, with the suspension and long wheelbase doing a good job balancing a nimble feel on surface roads with just the right amount of attenuation of bumps on the highway. My one complaint is that the Prologue's steering feels a bit overboosted, even in sport mode, which weights it up a bit, making it difficult to feel what the front wheels are doing when hustling around tight switchbacks. Frankly, I don't think the target audience of mid-size SUV drivers would even notice, and may even prefer the extra light steering feel. The Prologue can accept up to 155 kilowatt DC fast charging, good enough to complete Honda's recommended 20% to 80% charge in around 35 minutes at a powerful enough station. Pop the fuel door and you'll spy a CCS-type charging port, though the SUV will eventually support the NACS standard and chargers via an adapter. This will be the case for most EVs built over the next few years and shouldn't be considered a deal breaker. But Honda doesn't stop there. They sweeten the deal with a thoughtful charging package, granting customers the flexibility to select from an array of credits. These credits can be seamlessly applied at EVgo and Electrify America stations or toward home charger installations, ensuring a hassle-free charging experience tailored to individual needs. The price of the 2024 Honda Prologue starts at $48,795 and goes up to $59,295 depending on the trim and options. The Prologue does a lot of things right for a mainstream EV, especially if you're a brand-agnostic shopper. Its range and charging capabilities are competitive, and it provides a refined driving experience with EV-specific bonuses such as one-pedal driving and a quiet cabin. All Prologue models will come with an 85.0 kWh battery pack sourced from General Motors. The single-motor front-wheel drive model comes with an EPA-estimated 296-mile driving range, while the dual-motor all-wheel drive version will sacrifice some of that range for peppier acceleration. All-wheel drive versions of the EX and Touring trims are rated for 281 miles per charge, while the range-topping Elite carries a 273-mile estimate. All Prologue models will come with an 85.0 kWh battery pack sourced from General Motors. The single-motor front-wheel drive model comes with an EPA-estimated 296-mile driving range, while the dual-motor all-wheel drive version will sacrifice some of that range for peppier acceleration. All-wheel drive versions of the EX and Touring trims are rated for 281 miles per charge, while the range-topping Elite carries a 273-mile estimate. The Prologue can juice its battery on a DC fast charger at a max rate of 155 kilowatts, but Honda will also sell a home charging kit should you wish to refill the battery conveniently in your own garage. How about you? Did you like the all-new Honda Prologue? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.